Alright, so what is up guys? It's your man Wardog3 here, coming back at you with another gameplay commentary. As always, I like to introduce the gameplay. Today I've got another vintage Ace Combat Infinity gameplay, like that bottle of aging fine wine. This one was actually recorded on the 4th of July in 2015. So I have the patriotic red and white and blue Air Combat skin on my F4, which is a bit of a different look compared to the usual Vietnam era skin that I run. But regardless, we're going to be tearing up things on Pipeline Destruction hard, and you'll see I do pretty well keeping up with my allied Falcon as our team claims the victory in this match. So for those who have pre-ordered the deluxe edition of Ace Combat 8, the release date is actually only about 3 months away, and so I wanted to discuss my plan regarding the upcoming aircraft reviews and guides for the game. For those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you are all well aware that not long after I created my channel back in 2014, I began making Ace Combat Infinity reviews and guides for some of the aircraft in the game, and these were very popular and well received. Unfortunately, I didn't get around to making reviews for all the aircraft as the game started going downhill, and not only that, but it would be nigh impossible to adequately cover all the planes in the game due to the sheer amount of planes, but also the upgrade costs. But now we have a fresh start for the upcoming Ace Combat multiplayer, which so far has just been referred to Ace Combat Online. We don't know too much about the multiplayer at this point in time. However, what we do know is that it'll be separate from the campaign, which means it'll have a completely different leveling system and tree, though I do suspect it will be similar to Ace Combat Infinity. I guess we will see what the progression looks like when multiplayer is released, but I do have a tentative plan about how I'm going to review the aircraft in the upcoming multiplayer for Ace Combat. It's actually going to be pretty unique because I'm going to be collaborating with a good friend of mine on the Aircraft Guide and Review series, who is an Ace Combat veteran, and he also makes videos on the game. In terms of my role in the aircraft reviews and guides, I will be covering all the American aircraft. So this includes, of course, my favorite, the F4 to the F-15, to all the American fighters, multi-roles, and attackers. Probably just going to be the A-10, since the F-117 has been MIA since Ace Combat Infinity. We have no idea where that thing went. Anyway, regardless, I'll be reviewing all these aircraft, gathering the gameplay, editing the footage, and posting the videos with my voiceover. And then regarding the other aircraft, I'm going to be collaborating with my friend here, who's going to be doing reviews for all of the Russian aircraft, as he flies these much more often than I do. And for those of you who watch my MiG-21 review for Ace Combat Infinity, I do not really fly a whole lot of the Russian planes, and this makes it hard to review and actually somewhat unfair if I don't upgrade them and test their maximum capabilities. So the goal is, with my friend doing the reviews for the Russian aircraft, you'll be able to get a much more objective and unbiased review of all the aircraft in the game. And so I wanted you to meet my friend actually right here and now.
Hello everybody. Now this is not the first time me and Wardog have collaborated, although it will be the first time we'll be linking our channels for certain videos. He's appeared on several videos on my old channel, but this one is new, and this will likely be the first video associated with it, although not the first upload I'm making. That will come later. As he said, I'm going to be focusing on the Russian aircraft, the Sukhois and the MiGs. Personally, I'm more of a fan of the Sukhois than the MiGs. The Su-35 was my most flown aircraft in Ace Combat 7. Aside from the F-22 and the F-15, I didn't have as much experience with Infinity. The farthest I got in that game was using the Morgan, which I believe was a pretty early game unlock, the Pixie Morgan. But the 35S was definitely my favorite aircraft to fly. It was my personal aircraft, essentially, in Ace Combat 7. And I'm sure going forward they're going to put it in Ace Combat 8, and it'll probably be my main there. But my favorite aircraft is also the F-15. I know Wardog's is the F-4, and I don't see much wrong with that. It is a good-looking aircraft, but personally, I choose to side with the intercepting fighter. It's kind of what the MiG-31 wishes it was, but going forward, as he said, I'll be reviewing the Russian aircraft and potentially others along the way. maybe even some fictional, but that'll be discussed later. Anyway, for those who don't know me, welcome to my new channel. Back to War Dog.
All right, thanks, Ruby. I'm sure you guys can see why we're friends, as he has a very good taste in aircraft. I myself am a big fan of the F-15, another legendary McDonnell Douglas product, to the point where I would actually rank it as high as my second favorite plane, just underneath the F-4. Anyway, be sure to subscribe over to Ruby at RubyLight27 on YouTube. He's going to be having some cool Ace Combat related content coming to his channel before Ace Combat 8's release. I think you all are really going to like it. I left his channel link in the description below, as well as putting a feature on my channel homepage under Good Guys, where you can also find him. So for those who are probably wondering about aircraft that aren't Russian or American, as quite a few of them do exist out there, we do have plans for reviewing these as well. As Ruby mentioned, he is a fan of the ADF X-01 Morgan, and he will be reviewing that plane when it is obtained as part of the Ace Combat 8/Online Battle Pass. As you all know, I am a fan of the Mirage 2000 myself, so I'll be reviewing that plane, even though that's not an American or Russian craft. Ruby is a fan of the Typhoon, so he will be reviewing that one, and we'll just continue to go from there. The goal is to steadily release reviews for each of the aircraft in Ace Combat Online multiplayer as the progression allows. It'll probably be easier at the beginning in the base game before they start releasing all these new aircraft, so be sure to look forward to a steady release at the beginning. Anyway, my friends, that is all I got for this video. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment to myself and Ruby as well in advance of the guides releasing, so you can see them as soon as they come out. We are very excited to do them and take off in Ace Combat's multiplayer with you all, and hope you all are excited as well. I also hope you all enjoyed the gameplay. I have a lot of these on my hard drive, and I figured it'd be the perfect time since we've all been missing Infinity. But as you probably have seen, I did do pretty well. We did manage to get the S rank, not the S. We came pretty close. But I think I managed to keep up pretty well in this F4 compared to my Allied Falcon, especially when you consider the fact that my F4 has quite a lower combat strength than his Falcon, just by virtue of what the stats are at the base. So you'll see in a second he does get the MVP, and I can't necessarily blame him. That's a pretty tough fighter to beat out there. But you'll see, 71,000 points, not bad for the F4. Anyway, guys, this is War Dog 3. I'm going to be signing off. Be sure to look forward to more content about my Ace Combat 8 plans and videos pertaining to the game in advance of the release. I have a couple plans for those. You'll see those coming over the next couple weeks or so. And that's all I got. Take care and God bless to you all.